Hollywood Hogan title, the
Welcome to the most must-see WWE talk show in history. Welcome to Miz TV.
All right. TBK here. Got another good one we'll talk about today. We're going to talk about WWE Raw Live Show commentary reaction. And this is going to be about the Monday Night Raw review. Welcome to the show tonight. Like I say, going to talk about a great show. It's going to be about the review of Monday Night Raw. Also, we'll talk about other things with the show tonight. But it's going to be definitely a great show, to say the least. But it will be good to see. We'll cover some topics, but there's other stuff I do want to cover besides that. But like I said, Monday Night Raw will be covered first. And others will be covered as well. I'll go over each match, each segment, important stuff for that matter. So also, I'm also on Rumble too, and also on X. So I'm on both streams. Well, obviously all three tonight. So it's a triple threat pretty much. But other than that, though, we'll cover the show. Then I'm going to have a bonus. I will talk about CM Punk, and again, CM Punk. So definitely we'll talk about that and see what's going on and what led. Man, he's out. And I know that's something that the fans do not like, including me. But it will definitely be something covered tonight. It will be CM Punk injury changes everything. And we'll talk about the WWE live show commentary reaction. Thank you all for coming out. That being said, let's go over each thing. Let's go over the first segment of the show. As we know, CM Punk kicked off Monday Night Raw. So he kicked off Monday Night Raw. Let's get to it now. This is him coming out. Let's see. We have one second, guys. Well, first to mention, this is the injury that he had. He sustained it at the Royal Rumble. That's when he was lastly eliminated out of the Royal Rumble. As we know, Cody will go on to win the Royal Rumble. So we know that. But unfortunately, I didn't want to believe it, but he is definitely out. But anyway, he did come out to kick off Monday Night Raw. So he did kick off Monday Night Raw. He came out. You see he's in a brace. He's in a arm brace. Like I said, I'll mention more about CM Punk later. But he came out knee brace. He said he didn't want nobody to feel sorry for him. He didn't want that he was going to forcibly miss WrestleMania. He tried everything in his power to avoid missing WrestleMania. He tried to even put tape on it to go through, try to run it through Elimination Chamber. And then obviously he has to get surgery. And it's on torn tricep. It's just unfortunate one for CM Punk. Because CM Punk just came back to WWE 10 years after, being gone. And then after his, crazy turbulent situation in AEW, he comes back and he's hurt now. But But he came out though. He like I said, you could tell he felt sad. He talked about his friend that has cancer. He talked about all that stuff pretty much. And he also talked about how he's gonna get through it and he'll be back. He ain't gonna WrestleMania for the main event, but he's gonna try to do it next year. So I know a year seems like a long time from now, but it will be here before you know it. Remember, Cody Rhodes was hurt at Hell in a Cell 2022, and look how fast he came back to Royal Rumble. So it went by real quick. But when he did come out, he was interrupted. He was interrupted by this and attacked by this huge crybaby. We call Drew McIntyre. All he do is whine all the time. Whine, 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 whine. So he stomped on his cast and everything. And unfortunately, when he attacked him, CM Punk was out and he went to the back. And Drew McIntyre said some very bad things. CM Punk saying, I was praying for your injury. You eliminated me. And he gave his props to Seth Rollins, saying Seth Rollins been a great champion. He's been holding up despite, Seth Rollins' minor injury. He said he didn't want to be taken over by CM Punk. Then he tried to swing CM Punk. CM Punk tagged back. Then that's when Drew stopped, as you see in this shot here, in this screenshot here. But he's out. I don't like it no more than anybody else. But we don't know. The thing about it is, he has a torn tricep. Question is, when is CM Punk? When's he gonna return? That's the question, because he goes here, he's backstage, and it says here, breaking news, he severed torn tricep at Royal Rumble. So we don't know when CM Punk's gonna return. It could be 4 to 6 months, maybe longer. It depends how well CM Punk will respond to this after the surgery, the rehab, of course, get himself back in shape, how quick he can get going. Because I know those situations you have to rehab multiple times a day. And just to get back on track and, work his way back to come back to WWE, get ready for whatever event it is, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, whatever. Then, also CM Punk's going to be ring rust. And he's going to be ring rust. He's going to have to get time to train after he rehabs is done. So it's going to be a process. But like I said, I want to go more to deep of CM Punk, and I'll mention that. But that was to kick off the show, and he's out. But meanwhile, even though this was sad news for the WWE Universe, especially me, I like CM Punk. And I know the haters out there that don't like CM Punk was celebrating. So see y'all, screw y'all. That was happy that he got hurt. Excuse me. I know there was people on X and other social media outlets that was happy he was hurt. And that's just sad. I mean, but meanwhile, even though that bad thing did happen, it kicked off Monday Night Raw. We hear the bad news. We had good news. We had Andrade return at the Royal Rumble. He signs with Monday Night Raw. As you see, he signed his contract. Adam Pearson was going over that he's official member of Monday Night Raw. Then we have Nick Aldis saying, I wish he could have, he said he had a deal for Andrade, but then he talked to Adam Pearce afterwards, after Andrade shook hands with both Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce. Nick Aldis said that Ron Breakker was on the phone. So it seemed like Ron Breakker is going to sign with SmackDown. Ron Breakker, who had a great performance in the Royal Rumble, he was also Brock Lesnar's replacement. It seems like he's going to go to SmackDown. So, Braun Breaker, we might see him on SmackDown this week. I know he's on NXT. He's a part of the tag team with Baron Corbin. They're doing the Dusty Tag Team Classic, but he may go to SmackDown. Who knows? But other than that, on Raw, it's good that We got Andrade signed with Monday Night Raw. Andrade's a great pickup. So I'm very gracious that he's going to be a part of the roster. So very, very happy about that. But that's another segment. Another thing I want to highlight too. I want to highlight this match here. This was a great match. We had this match here. We also had Gunther versus Kofi for the Intercontinental Championship match. So Gunther versus Kofi, and excuse me, Gunther retains. So but it was a great match between both of them. They have great chemistry. Gunther and Kofi had great chemistry, and they said that Gunther is been champ for 590 days, almost 600 days now. Impressive. He had a great Gunther, as we know, had a great performance at the World Rumble. He's been a great Intercontinental champion. And him and Kofi had great chemistry. I like the spots where Kofi, put up the fight in him. He was definitely coming at, Gunther, hit him with SOS, tried to throw Paradise. I liked how Gunther rode out the ring. Then Kofi, got on top rope. But Gunther prevailed, hit the power bomb. That was it. But it was a great, great match. One of the best matches of the night. I think it was a great match, though. These guys definitely have good chemistry. And as we know, Gunther always puts on a great match. But other than that, I think it was a great match. I think it was a great match tonight. But I think these guys have great chemistry. The thing about Gunther, he's running out of opponents to face. And eventually he's going to lose the Intercontinental Championship. But to whom? If I had to guess, I would say Chad Gable's the best candidate for that. But, you have him. You have Jey Uso. He's beating everybody on the roster. Ivar, he's beating Kofi just now. He's beating Chad Gable. He's beating Tommaso Ciampa. He's beating The Miz. He's beating a lot of people since he came to Monday Night Raw last year. But at some point, Gunther's going to lose the belt because there'll be bigger and better things for Gunther. Gunther's going to be a future world champion. I put a post on my X account. Check that out. He's going to be a future world champion. And he's great in the Royal Rumble. And he's pretty much can go with anybody. Look at the match he had in his whole Intercontinental title run. The feud against Sheamus. The feud against Drew McIntyre. The triple threat they had at WrestleMania 39 last year. Like I said, he had Xavier Woods was a great match on SmackDown. Ricochet, the guy he beat for the belt, great match they have. And then tonight, Kofi. Then we had Chad Gable. And then we, like I said, all the others. He faced Ivar, Bronson Reed. List goes on and on who he's faced. But Gunther is a fighting champion. Other than Seth Rollins, who's been defending his world title good up to his injury, a good fighting champion, paper-wise. Gunther's been definitely a great fight champion. He's running out of opponents to face. So the question is, who will defeat him? Who's going to defeat Gunther? So you guys let me know what you think of Gunther. Well, when's he going to eventually lose his title, and who's going to lose it to? Like I said, he's running out of opponents. Now, unless he go defend on other shows, which I doubt because Intercontinental Championship is a Raw branded championship, Gunther don't have many more opponents left to face. Other than that, though, he's a great champion. He is the best Intercontinental champion, especially in recent memory. I can't think of nobody else that'd be better than Gunther. But I want to highlight a certain promo. And this promo was fired tonight. And it was about Cody and Seth. Cody comes out. He talks about how he's going to challenge Roman. Finally finishes the story. Then Seth comes out. And Seth, he basically put it on the table. He's been saying what I've been saying for the past couple weeks. he said, "Why do you want to challenge Roman Reigns?" He said he gave Cody his props. He said, "Hey, you done your thing. You're a great champion. I mean, not great champion. You're a great competitor. Despite our differences, you are a 2-time Royal Rumble winner." Gave him his flowers. One thing he did mention was, "Why would you go after Roman? You know how that's going to end." And I can't disagree with Seth. And I said that the whole time. Why are you going after Roman Reigns, who's going to, you know how that's going to end? You know how that's going to end since last year. And Roman just, despite him not being a full-time champion, he's dominant. He can't be stopped. He's the dominant guy of this whole era right now. He cannot be stopped. Whether you like Roman or don't, he can't be stopped. And Seth saying, you need to face me for my world title because that's the title, the main title, the main WWE title. It's the championship. The WWE is pushing for the main title. The Universal title is the secondary title because it's a newer championship. But the lineage and history is not dated back to Roman's belt. It's dated back to Seth Rollins' belt. And that's what Seth's saying tonight. The crazy part about that is I just talked about this maybe almost 2 weeks ago. I just talked about this. And think about this. I will pull it up now. I just talked about this. And this is what I was talking about. Let's see. Title of the company. We started for years with the original World Heavyweight Championship, then later the WWE title. Now today it's the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, and they had the Universal title on Raw at one point, but that's what they want. They want this title to be the main title. Like I said, the Universal title it got its prestige now. I believe so. He got prestige now. Now he has the new main championship, but guess what? Roman has the most prestigious though. He's the champion. He holds the belt. It's his. He is the champ. No other way around it. He's the champion, and he defend the belt. And he always said that he'll be a fighting champion. And he said that for a reason because that's the belt they are positioning with. They want their belt to be positioned for a step to defend. He holds the belt. He said last year alone he defended the belt 45 times in 2023. So he had it that many times, and of course this year. I think he defends the belt a little bit too much, but he still defends it because they want to put this as the workhorse main title of WWE. And that's what I said. That was, like I said, I think 9 days ago, I said that on his stream. I said that recently that that's the main title that WWE is pushing. It's not Roman's belt. Now, his belt's more prestigious because the way Roman has built it, as I said in the beginning of that stream. But I'm saying that the main title that WWE wants lineage to date back to the history, and the one that hold the precious title is the World Heavyweight Championship. And it's funny, I said this a couple weeks ago, literally almost 2 weeks ago. I think it was 9 days ago I said it. Week and a half ago I said it. And now Seth cut the same promo fast 4 weeks later and saying the same exact thing that I was saying. So he has a point. But that's what I'm saying. That's the belt that they're going to push. And what I'm saying is the same thing that Seth's saying, that this is the belt you want to compete for. You saying that this is the world title. This is the belt that you want to. This is the belt you should want. And then he related back to his dad, Dusty Rhodes. It's the belt your dad never had, and its lineage is dating back to the WWE Championship. Then, as you saw in the beginning of the stream, the Universal title that Roman Reigns held, that's literally a part-time championship. It's a Hollywood title. They took a shot at Hulk Hogan saying it's a Hollywood title. It's for posers. It's for frauds. So he basically put the Universal title down, but bigging up his championship. And like I said it too. The Universal title is the secondary title. It holds more prestigious, but I believe too that that the way they're positioning it, I think that the Universal title is going to be for part-timers. I don't think that's a big belt they're going to have for a full-time champion, someone that's going to be on a roster defending it. That's what this world title's for. And if you look at the history, even before Roman got this belt in the way he got the position now, having the Universal title, hasn't it been held by part-timers? Let's see. Brock Lesnar was one of them. He held 503 days in his first title run. Goldberg held it. He's a part-timer, you know. And then Goldberg held it twice, and Brock Lesnar held it 3 times. So this belt is already shown in history that's been held by part-timers, and Roman's just the third guy to hold it part-time. You have Brock Lesnar, Goldberg, and now Roman Reigns. So that's what Seth was saying in his promo. It was the best promo night and one of the best promos I've seen Seth Rollins do. Despite me not liking Seth Rollins' character and him being a born champion, he's always worked a great promo. He always has great feuds with the right people. But he was on the money with this promo tonight. It was basically what I've been saying all along. Well, maybe not all along, but at least what I was saying in recent memory. Because I didn't even believe this whole logic at first. I thought the Universal title was the main title. When you look at the history and think about it, that's really what this title is. The Universal title is the secondary title. World title is the main title. So, like I said, he had a point, and he was telling Cody, make your decision, choose him. And that's funny that Seth came out for Cody to challenge him. You would think Cody's coming after Seth, but Seth is really like coming after Cody, and Seth is the champion. We rarely see that the champion comes out to the challenger or the Royal Rumble winner in this case to say, hey, face me because this is the title that you want. Because Seth also said, I'm the man. You said, Cody, you want to title the Royal Rumbles. You're the man. You're not the man. Now Roman's the man. It's me because of the title I hold that's building its value. That's the main title everybody wants to see. But other than that, will Cody choose Seth instead of Roman? That's the $1 million question. Will Seth be chosen by Cody to face for his title instead of Roman? Now, we know with the whole CM Punk injury and Seth has minor injury, I actually like this feud better. I know these guys faced off 3 times before, but it's never been for a championship on the line, and definitely not for a championship at WrestleMania. They faced off against WrestleMania, but not for a title. Just a regular one-on-one when Cody returned in 2022. But I think this will be a great feud. And like I said, Seth was dropping gems tonight. He was dropping serious gems. There's nothing he said I disagree with. Like I said, these guys have mutual respect for each other. And I think it would be better business-wise for Cody to go after Seth. We know Punk's not going to do it. He's out. We know Drew and Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, none of them guys going to do it. Seth needs a challenger for the world title. And it should be Cody. You guys let me know what you think of that. But I think Cody should challenge Seth for the world title. That's the title his dad never held. That's the way to finish the story. I mean, he can still have a one-on-one match with Roman in the future, just not this year on the line. We already seen Cody versus Roman for the Undisputed Universal title. Like Seth said, he was dropping gems. He said, I understood why he went after Roman last year. That was the only championship you could compete for, following a Royal Rumble win for WrestleMania main event. But the World Heavyweight Championship was not there at the time. It was created at Night of Champions last year, which was after WrestleMania 39. Now you have a choice. You could choose Roman for the Undisputed Universal Championship, and now Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. This is the first year you get a chance for both belts in a while since the world title has been back into the WWE, a new modern edition. In 2023 was created. So now Cody should really consider Seth's offer a challenger for the world title. It'll be a great feud, be fresh because Seth has no competitor. We all thought it was CM Punk, but after following his injury of a torn, of his injury that he has, which is a torn tricep. Now he needs a competitor. He needs to compete for the world title at WrestleMania. Who better other than Cody, who he already has chemistry with? Ain't like they had bad matches. Great rivalry. But this was the promo of the night. Definitely promo of the night. Definitely something to respect. Great respect. Great promo by, Seth Rollins. Great. I'm glad he addressed the whole value of the world title. And I guess he got people criticizing him and people thinking it's not worth nothing. But reality is worth everything. Like I said, despite how I feel about him as a world champion, not being the best champion character-wise, he still defends the belt and he still tries his best in every match to the best of his ability. So I'll give him credit for that. Now, since that was, like I said, segment of the night, we had, speaking of Royal Rumble winners, we had Bayley come out tonight. And Bayley was going to announce, who's she gonna face? Who's she gonna face tonight? Who's she gonna face at WrestleMania? Is it gonna be Io? Or is it gonna be Rhea Ripley? We all think it's Rhea, but as you see, Nia Jax came out, she attacked Rhea Ripley, the champion, and as she said, she come out to squash her. But Rhea was gonna respond to Bayley, and she didn't get a chance to talk, but she was attacked behind from Nia. Nia, squashed her. She did a leg drop like 4 times, and then she hit her with, sat on her, whatever that move is called. And then she comes to scare Bayley. And she scares Bayley. And to see if you do choose Rhea, she ain't gonna make it to WrestleMania. You better off choose challenging Io. And Bayley said, I'll just make my decision Friday. So that was a good way to push that back. And meanwhile of that, one thing I wanted to mention too, while they was out here, I don't know if anyone noticed this, Dakota Kai may be returning soon. You notice she was not wearing her knee brace tonight. I know she's not haven't wrestled in a while because she's been hurt. She's always in the corner. We forget about Dakota. We're so focused on Bayley, Io, obviously the champion, the Kabuki Warriors. We just won the tag team belts, the newest edition of Damage Control, Kairi Sane, and Asuka. We forget about Dakota Kai. She is not wearing a knee brace, and this is the first time I did not see with a knee brace tonight. Is she set to return to action soon? Is she going to be cleared to compete? Because, of course, Seth Rollins, I don't know, because the stuff, the way he was dressed, he didn't have his knee brace on either. Could be under his pants. But Dakota Kai definitely did not show no knee brace. And she could be ready to, be cleared to wrestle. When the reason I'm making this point, because if she's ready to wrestle, it could be another moment to get Bayley out of Damage Control, because now the other member you had that was injured, she's healed. But I know they gotta be cautious with Dakota because she's fragile. But other than that, though, with Bayley coming out, I mean, who is Bayley going to challenge? Who is Bayley going to challenge? It's going to be Bayley versus Io Sky for the, Io versus the WWE Women's Championship, or will it be Bayley versus Rhea for the WWE Women's Championship? That's a good scenario. Which one is it going to be? Because I would like to see what will happen. Bayley, who deserves Royal Rumble win, worked her ass off in the Royal Rumble, and definitely worked her ass off as far as the feuds, Damage Control taking the L, especially in Survivor Series, taking hits for the team, everything. She deserves this where she's at right now. She deserves a Royal Rumble win, and she hasn't held the world title in a while since since Io's title that she's holding now. But which one is Bayley going to compete for? Is it going to be for Io or Rhea? And my belief that she should challenge Io Sky for the WWE Women's Championship. That's where I think it should go. Because of the history with the Damage Control. Notice when she won the Royal Rumble, no one helped her. Nobody Damage Control, no Kairi Sane, no Asuka. Nobody helped her. Nobody helped her. She won all on her own, and she done everything, went out her way to help everybody else in Damage Control, even if it didn't end in the best way possible. She's been putting her neck on line for the group. She's the leader. She started Damage Control, and it's the thing she get. So I definitely see her feuding with her fellow, maybe soon be former Damage Control stablemates, and this probably similar to maybe in a way to Randy Orton when he was with the Wyatt family. He won a Royal Rumble. Bray Wyatt, the late Bray Wyatt was the WWE champion. He challenged him at WrestleMania 33. He defeated him, won the belt, even though Bray should have won. But that's another story for another day. This is kind of how this is. She's going to not challenge Rhea. She's going to challenge Io, and I can see it now. They're positioning, since she attacked Rhea, there's going to be Nia Jax versus Rhea at WrestleMania 40 for the WWE Women's World Championship. I can see that happening because they seem like they're really pushing at Nia Jax. She's been booked good. Nia has not, let's keep our fingers crossed. She has not botched anything. She hasn't hurt anyone since she's been back. Nia Jax been on a roll. I gotta give Nia Jax her credit. Nia Jax has been on a roll. She's been doing well. Nia Jax has not injured anybody. So I mean, she's doing good so far. Like I said, keep our fingers crossed. But I will say, like I said, I'm not the biggest Nia Jax fan, but I have to say this for the record. Since she's been back, Nia Jax has been booked well. I have to give her credit. They've been doing a great job booking her, and it's the best I've seen her booked her whole career. She is, like I said, she's not injured anybody, and she seems believable as a force to be reckoned with as far as being on the women's division. So I gotta give give Nia her credit. Nia has been booked very well. The thing with Becky Lynch, she won that. Now they're showing as a threat to Rhea Ripley's women's world title, who I think that she's probably going to end up facing, depending on how they set up the Elimination Chamber for the women's world title match opportunity, the men's world title match opportunity. Nia Jax seems like she's could be a very good threat and a good competitor for Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. Maybe we could say Becky Lynch, but I think it's going to be Rhea. Rhea and Nia could be a WrestleMania match. Because they basically pushed Bayley not to confront Rhea for a title, go after Io, and that's where it's going to go. And if you saw the shot there too, Io looked concerned when Nia said that to Bayley. She looked a little concerned with her title, like she know that Bayley can beat Io for that title, and she is going to be it for that title. But other than that, Nia Jax has been booked well. They've been using her very correctly. They have not done nothing wrong with her as far as booking. She hasn't been underbooked or overbooked. She's been right where she should be. Hopefully WWE creative and the rest of the cavalry that's behind her booking has, keep it up and do everything well. Triple H and team, great job. I got to give it that. But that's my opinion. Now also tonight we got let's see, another little small announcement that happened tonight. We had and I like him. He's good at what he does. But they said they just announced this earlier. It's gonna be Pat McAfee and Michael Cole announced team. This is him with Triple H. I like Pat McAfee, and this is after the news of Kevin Patrick being let go from SmackDown. They have to shift things around. Corey Graves is on SmackDown with Michael Cole, and now they're saying Pat McAfee's going to be with Michael Cole on Raw. And I like Pat McAfee. He's very, very entertaining, very good announcer. I have nothing bad to say about Pat McAfee. He's good at what he do, so nothing bad at all. I'm glad that he's there. So we need him because Kevin Patrick on SmackDown was boring. He was whack, in my opinion. But like I said, that's my opinion. But I'm glad to see Pat McAfee back. Glad to see that he's going to be on WWE TV. I think because the whole football season, they was doing college football. That's over with. As we know, NFL is going to Super Bowl soon. Which I don't give a damn about. I'm about wrestling, WWE, AEW, TNA, NWA, Super Bowl, whatever. Who wins, who loses, I don't care about that. I'm too busy calling this wrestling. So, meanwhile, let's move along. We also had a little segment tonight, and the little segment was we had Judgment Day beat up R-Truth, but it was still hilarious how Truth would cut promo saying, called Damian Priest's big brother. Then Damian Priest said, hey, R-Truth, we got to put you out. You're not a part of Judgment Day. Judgment Day's like family. You're not a part of family. You never were. Despite R-Truth hanging around wearing a T-shirt, and Damian Priest said, I'm not the one that's going to be beating you up. Then JD attacking from behind, as shown here. Then Dominic Mysterio. Then we got The Miz trying to come out and save him, and they gave him that work too. But like I said, despite this little segment here, R-Truth was funny, and whole thing with Judgment Day is funny. Kind of remind me of Sami Zayn and Bloodline. He is the comic relief around Judgment Day. It's very clear that he is now, but that was funny though. Just want to notate that. And I know they had their match with DIY, and they retained. And I'm not highlighting that part tonight, but just want to mention, since we're on a segment of Judgment Day, giving R-Truth and later The Miz that work. Now, let's head to the main event of the evening. The main event, as we know, is Sami Zayn versus Drew McIntyre. So this is the main event. I said this too, that when Sami Zayn returned from injury at the Royal Rumble, he was going to resume his feud with Drew McIntyre. As we know, storyline, Drew McIntyre took Sami out, and before Sami took time off, that Drew, him and Drew was going to enter in a feud, and we have it here, main event tonight. Why was it main event? I don't know. My thing is, haven't we seen this before? Haven't we? We've seen this already. We've seen this match before. This is nothing new. And honestly, my honest, unbiased opinion, this is a predictable match, and it did not keep me on the edge of my seat. This was not a match that kept me on the edge of my seat. Boring. It was boring. Definitely boring. Something I didn't care for. I mean, to sum it all up, it's boring. Just it's predictable. I mean, it just wasn't doing nothing for me. I mean, honestly, at some point, during the match, I just want to say simply, I couldn't wait until it was over because I just kept saying,
Next.
yeah, I was saying next because I didn't want to see more of that. But let's continue. But yeah, Sami Zayn, he did if they could get Drew, try to get up with him. He did put up a fight. I guess if you want to call that a fight, but it was some good spots. I like how at the end Sammy put up the haluva kick. Drew put his hands up to block it. And then Sammy got with the blue thunder bomb, near fall, which I knew was going to happen. He did that before, but I knew Drew was going to win. He hit him with the Claymore kick, and that was it. It was like the air. It's like the whole crowd was dead following that match. The way I saw on TV, and Drew defeats Sammy following the Claymore kick 1, 2, 3. It just seemed like the crowd was dead, and it's like the air. It was just dry. There was no crowd, no air, no crowd being, hearing that crowd, all sounds in the air. It sounded dead to me. It was a very predictable match. I was not feeling that match. Not at all, not one bit. It just seemed kind of whack to me. I just wasn't too much my thing. But like I said, that's my opinion of how it went down. And then after the match, the show just went off the air. Drew was putting his hands up. He walked to the back. I'm like, this was boring. And this was a main event. But I understand they had nobody else to put out. We already had Jey Uso versus Bronson Reed, which is a way better match than this. It was a better match. Gunther and Kofi was also one of the best matches of the night. We had great promos. It was just a bad way to. We're heading to Elimination Chamber, Road to WrestleMania. I don't put this crappy match out anymore, WWE. But anyway, that's my opinion on that. But we'll say, despite this lackluster main event of a match, a predictable one at that, I will say for Monday Night Raw tonight, let's see what the review is. 4 out of 5. I give Raw 4 out of 5. The CM Punk injury, that sucks, but at least they kicked off with that. Some injuries, some things just beyond our control. Then it showed Drew attacking him. I know CM Punk says he's coming after Drew when he come back, whenever that may be. And as you see in the thumbnail, Kofi versus Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. That was a very good match. Great chemistry between Kofi and Gunther, as I stated earlier. We had Bronson Reed versus Jey Uso, another good match, another solid match. DIY versus Judgment Day wasn't too bad. I didn't care for the tag team match of Chelsea and Piper versus Zoe and Shayna, another predictable match. Already stated that Drew and Sammy was a predictable match. But, other than that, though, it was good. It was solid Raw. It was telling stories of Cody and Seth, best promo of the night. CM Punk being injured. Still great story despite him being hurt. He brought a heartfelt promo. Barely choosing who her opponent going to be for WrestleMania, or was attempting to. Then of course the comedic timing with R-Truth for Judgment Day. So other than that, it was a great show. And then Shawn Nia's a real threat for Rhea. But it was a great show other than that. And then we got the sign of Andrade. And Pat McAfee came back. So great show. Now, this is the Raw, WWE Raw live show commentary reaction. This is the end of part 1 of the stream. We got the bonus round coming. I want to talk about CM Punk injury. Like I said, I'll go depth into it. But before we get into the bonus round, we got to say our goodbyes to X. If you want to check out more of the bonus round, you got to come to Red Carpet Ring. Will not be available on X, unfortunately. So, but if you can't come to Red Carpet Ring, at least check me out on Rumble. I'm still over there too. But with that being said, we're going to head on to CM Punk tonight. Talk about his injury, how CM Punk injury has impacted his career. We'll talk about CM Punk. We'll talk about wrestling, Newsweek day and night. This is for January 30th. But other than that, we're going to talk about CM Punk. Going to mention some things about him and what's going on with him. How his injury changes the core. So let's see. Let's get into some factors here. CM Punk, he has a history of being injured. We know that he's out for. We know he's going to be out for WrestleMania for quite some time. We know that. But think about CM Punk. He returns to WWE, then he gets hurt at the Royal Rumble. Like, really, he got hurt. It's not what we expected of him. He just came back at the Survivor Series, and then he was in a Royal Rumble, and he came in number 27, and he's hurt in his first match back on TV. I know he did some tour. I know at the holiday tour he had a match with Dominic Mysterio. I'm talking about live televised that we can see a recording back of. And it's the first major event, and he's hurt, and now he's out. So this is a really, really bummer that he's hurt. But I see that it seemed like history repeats itself. I don't know. CM Punk, this is not his first go around, unfortunately. For guys who follow CM Punk, and I followed CM Punk before he came back, he had a injury before. He had a torn tricep while he was the AEW World Champion. Now, as you know, CM Punk's in AEW for what? Year and a half, if you want to count the times actually there, not the injury and suspension, with the media scrum in 2022. When he was one of his runs for the AEW World Champion, his first run, he held the belt, I believe, 3 times. He said 3 times, 2 or 3 times. But anyway, in his first run, he was injured. He had a foot injury, and the second was the torn tricep. I believe that he originally got the torn tricep in AEW, and I think it's just got re-aggravated and definitely triggered during the Royal Rumble. Says it right here. It says that, hey, let's read this part here. Punk's AEW career has been marred by injuries as well as aforementioned backstage scuffles. During his first run as AEW champion, Punk suffered an injured foot that forced him to take time off. The second run, as I just mentioned, his second AEW championship run ended after a backstage altercation with the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, which is at the media scrum. They're both on-screen talent, executive vice presidents. And it says here, get the whole thing. It says that after Punk was stripped of the title, he underwent surgery for a torn tricep. Now that was back in 2022. Fast forward, we in 2024. I think it's got re-triggered that injury. That's why I think it's happened. So I think that's what's going on with CM Punk. He's been injured before, and it's just history repeats itself with CM Punk. And I think, like I said, with the injured tricep, he won't be able to attend WrestleMania 40. And it's because he's had a history of this injury. He had a history of it. He was the AEW World Champion while he had a torn tricep. So CM Punk is, I think he's re-aggravated an injury that he previously held before. That's what I think is going on with CM Punk. It's unfortunate, but he's going to be out for a while. And I believe, with that being said, it's not a good look for CM Punk right now. We got to remember, despite how popular CM Punk is, despite how good he is in the ring, after all these years later, CM Punk is not a spring chicken anymore as far as athlete goes. CM Punk is 45 years old. He's 45. I mean, he's not in his 20s and 30s no more. He's not, like I said, that's a lot, of that wear and tear. And I thought at first, we could say CM Punk took all those years off. He took 7 years off after he left WWE before he arrived at AEW. It doesn't even matter. It's just the wear and tear he had on his body all those years before he left WWE. And like I said, he went to AEW first. That wasn't a great business move. I understood why he did it, because he still had animosity with WWE at the time. And Vince McMahon was still around. But CM Punk's not getting any younger. That's the point. That's the point I'm trying to make. He's not getting no younger. And injuries are going to only get worse and worse as he get older. I mean, all the guys in the 40s, they all had major injuries. Look at Randy Orton. He came back from a back fusion surgery. Look at John Cena, who's set to retire soon because all the wear and tear, all the years he was wrestling, which is why he's not wrestling like that anymore. And then we have guys, we have a few guys like AJ Styles, LA Knight, who's in their 40s. And AJ Styles even had a recent injury. Kofi Kingston had a recent injury with an ankle injury. I mean, when wrestling, guys do wrestle longer now with the technology we have. And of course, most of these wrestlers are not bodybuilder build types anymore. But still gonna get injured. Look at Bryan Danielson, AEW. He gets injured all the time. He's also in his 40s. So this 40s is something to definitely look at. It's something to look at for wrestling. It's rough. You're doing all that running around. You're jumping. You're on the top rope. You're doing all these moves. You're bouncing all around. And you travel from city to city. In this case, these days, country to country, because wrestling has become international. The traveling and the moving, it takes wear and tear for so many years. And it's caught up with CM Punk. Like I said, I remember when he got injured, said it here, he injured his foot. So he already had a foot injury, as well as his, torn pec that he had the first time. But I believe, like I said, since he does have that injury, it's the second time he torn his pec. And like I said, he's going to miss WrestleMania because of it. And I believe that, like I said, as much as I like CM Punk, the $1 million question is, now I mentioned the injuries, his current one, and then his past injuries. WWE and AEW both. Should he even ever hold the world title again? And I don't think he should, because the last time he held the title, as you see in his thumbnail here, he had to vacate it due to injury, or he got caught, he was suspended the second time. He got hurt then too. CM Punk has got injured every time he's held the AEW World title, and I don't think it's best for business to have him do that in WWE. WWE is the biggest, as we know, it's the biggest wrestling company, and they're definitely bigger now with the Netflix deal and being international. We got Elimination Chamber in Perth, Australia next month. So, But I just don't think he should win a whole world title again. Not with not if he get hurt so much, I would say yeah. So now I see it. I was a little upset at first that CM Punk didn't win the Royal Rumble, but I think it was best that Cody. It was best for Cody to win Royal Rumble. Cody was the best choice to win Royal Rumble. Cody was the best one. I wouldn't see it happen any other way. It was best for Cody to win. I don't see why he shouldn't have won. It was best for Cody to win. Cody was the best choice to win. Because let's say CM Punk had won Royal Rumble instead of Cody. Then he goes down with a torn tricep. Don't you realize that would have messed everything up for Royal Rumble wise? So it was a good decision by WWE to make Cody Rhodes win the Royal Rumble. Even though it was 2 years in a row. We weren't expecting to win twice in a row, but he did. And now I understand why he did it. Great call by WWE. Great call. Yeah, it was needed. But CM Punk being hurt, it would have messed up everything. Literally messed up everything for that matter. So I'm glad that Cody won instead of CM Punk. But meanwhile, back to CM Punk, I think his injury, it just seems like his injuries keep following him everywhere he goes. But it's not just CM Punk that I'm going to discuss with the injury problem. Now, just highlight the other person that I want to discuss. And speaking of which, I want to talk about Mr. Cody Rhodes. He also got injured coming back to WWE. Remember, he came back to WWE in 2022. He came at WrestleMania 38 to face off against Seth, but he had a torn tricep in June 2022 in the Hell in a Cell match versus Seth Rollins. He was out to the Royal Rumble last year, 2023. So, and then he showed it, displayed it in this match. So, Cody Rhodes got hurt, and it seemed like, if you notice, it's I see a pattern here. And the pattern I want to say is, I hope it don't happen with Andrade. It seemed like everybody that comes from AEW comes to WWE, they're injured immediately. And what do I mean by that? Like I said now, Cody Rhodes came back, and he's injured at the Royal Rumble. He's injured, and he has to wait till Royal Rumble come back. And CM Punk, he had a torn tricep while he was the AEW champion. And the point I'm making is, I don't think AEW is not a safe work environment. Everybody that's over at AEW, they came from WWE, or is AEW, bred and born, pretty much trained there, or TNA, wherever they come from. Everybody gets hurt over there. Cody got hurt when he came back. CM Punk got hurt when he's hurt now. And think about Cody. I remember when Cody, he got hurt. He had to get surgery for his pectoral injury. Like I said, he got hurt, and I think Cody and CM Punk got hurt because of AEW. It's funny that Cody got hurt a little bit after he came back from AEW, when he came back to WWE from AEW. Now CM Punk got injured coming back to WWE from AEW. And that's because AEW, they're not safe. They don't have a good medical staff, in practicing protocols like WWE does. Triple H said this in a press conference, a couple months ago. He said WWE has the best medical staff. They're second to none. They will have people on staff. And I agree, because they wrestlers don't get hurt at the height like the AEW wrestlers do. We do have some injuries now with CM Punk and Charlotte and Seth with his injury, but it's never to the highest degree of AEW type. But it seemed like it's always an injury issue. And like I said, with these injuries with CM Punk, I know Cody hasn't had no injuries since he's been back. But the point I want to get back to CM Punk, I don't think he should ever hold a world title again. And I think his injury changes the whole core. CM Punk's always injured. He's always out. CM Punk hurt. CM Punk hurt. CM Punk hurt. Now Cody Rhodes a little younger than Punk. Cody's 38, going on 39, I believe, this year. But CM Punk gets hurt too much, and he didn't look happy in AEW. That didn't help the situation either. I just think injuries are going to continue to follow CM Punk unless they do a certain protocol or CM Punk does a certain style of wrestling. He has to do something different, I'm saying, in order to limit the injuries. And I think putting a world title on him is going to make things much worse. And it's going to give him a very, very good chance of getting injured again because it's happened to him before. That's why I said I think it's best right now, he should even hold a world title again. I'm all for him main event WrestleMania. It doesn't have to be for a world title. I wanted him to actually win a world title in the beginning, but now that I see the plethora of injuries that has followed CM Punk from AEW to now, he's a liability. Why would you want a liability as a champion? I'm even saying the same about Seth Rollins. Every time Seth Rollins gets a long title run, he gets hurt in the process. And the same can be said with CM Punk. It's not best to put a title on someone who is liable for getting hurt or could get hurt, showing their past history on the world championship. So, like I said, I know I criticized Seth Rollins for it, but I'm criticizing CM Punk for it too. And I like CM Punk. But I don't think he should ever hold a world title again because he's increased the chance of getting hurt. And WWE has a way harder workload than AEW. They have a way better medical staff. We can agree on that. But you're going to be traveling just like Seth's been. And you're going to be out of country, in and out of country a lot more. Let's face it, AEW, the only time they go out of country is when they do the promote the All In, in London. That's all they got. One time out the whole year that they travel out the country. WWE always going out the country. They got Perth, Australia for Elimination Chamber next month. And then we have Bash at the Berlin later this year. And then they're going to go to, WWE's doing a lot more international stuff than any other wrestling company because they have the resources and, of course, the money to do that. Other companies like AEW, TNA, they're going to do it once or never. They can't do it like that. It costs a lot to go out the country, especially having all these superstars travel and wrestle out there. So, no. I just don't see that happening. I don't see that happening. I don't see CM Punk holding another world championship. I don't think that's wise for the company to do. AEW tried it, and I'm pretty sure WWE has watched that. Like, hey, this guy had a title on multiple occasions, and we always end up injured. It's probably best we don't put our title on him, especially a new title like the World Heavyweight Championship. Despite his popularity and despite his talent, we don't want no injured champion. We're going through with Seth now. Why do they want to go with CM Punk, who's older and more liable to get hurt than Seth Rollins is? This just don't make sense. So, but I do, like I said, CM Punk should still, rehab, get better, and then come back to, when he does come back, I do want him to main event one WrestleMania, no matter which one it is. But I just don't think he should hold a world title anymore. If he does hold a world title, make him a transitional champion. That's all I can say at this point with CM Punk. Do not get that man on title for like 6 to 8 months or definitely a year. Make a transitional champion. I don't know. He wins the belt, hold it for a couple months. I don't know, hold the belt and then get the money back contract cash in on him. I don't know, something of that nature. But I definitely don't see him win a world title ever again in his career. Not a long-term one. It will be a short-term one. I can't see him holding that belt anymore. And like I said, now with him being out, We got Cody versus Seth possibly, Roman versus Rock possibly. He's out of the equation. It's changed the whole core of WrestleMania. WWE would be good because they have the star power. They have enough players to make up for that. But as far as CM Punk injury goes, with him being injured, just coming back to WWE, I'm just saying it's gonna be pretty much a shift, so to speak. It's gonna be a shift with how things go with CM Punk's career. I think whatever plans they have for him, they're probably gonna shift it now because of what's happened. His injury definitely has changed the whole landscape of everything. We could say, that's WWE, but CM Punk's career, they have to be cautious with him. So it's just not a good thing. But I wish CM Punk, the best. Get well. Get rest soon. That's crazy. He just visited Cora Jade on a WWE video on Royal Rumble weekend. She had tore her ACL. Who's on NXT and looked up to CM Punk as a child. He visited her, and now he's hurt too. So Cora Jade got a torn ACL. He has a torn tricep. Now Cora Jade gonna be out for about a year. I don't think CM Punk will be out that long. 4 to 5 months tops. As long as he rehabbing, here's how he responds to rehabbing and get himself better. But other than that, though, I don't think he should hold a title again. And this injury does change everything as far as career go. So we have to wait and see what happens whenever CM Punk comes back and what will creative do with CM Punk. We resume his feud with Drew. Will be a first feud he come back. Will he work his way to Cody, Seth at some point in time? Only time will tell what happens next with that. And that's all I have regarding Wrestling Newsweek day and night. How CM Punk injury has impacted his career. Thank you all for coming out. There's a great take on CM Punk, the injuries with him, and also the history with Cody Rhodes and his injury. So thank you all. Soon, 2 videos will pop up for a red carpet ring on YouTube. The first video will be Men's Royal Rumble 2024 winners and grades. The second video will be Women's Royal Rumble 2024 winners and grades. Until then, it is OUT.